So we are starting our journey today in Mount Rogers recreational area. We've been doing a tour from Florida to Virginia of game board stops along our way home. And today's the last day, and we've decided to make a big push and hit 12 today. We've already been to 9 total. Some in Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, and now we're gonna hit Virginia and Virginia. Our first stop is going to be Mishap Gaming. We'll see how it is. We're here at Mishap Games. We're super excited. It's 11:05. It's our first stop of 12. We're gonna head on in, maybe buy a thing, maybe two, and we'll let you know how it is. Great, we just got back in the car from Mishap Gaming. It was super fun. It's a nice open floor plan, so you can see all the games. I'd say they had a pretty good stock, ones that I haven't seen a lot. Not a lot of the more family-friendly type, not some Drixit, Ticket to Ride types, but a little bit more RPG-based, tabletop type games. We picked up Dungeonology, which we're super excited about. We will do an unboxing video and then a rule how to play later once I get home. We were going to stop at Blade Gaming, also in Roanoke, Virginia, but due to coronavirus hours, we are not going to be able to. They do not open until 3, which is okay. We were a little worried about some of our later ones not making it there on time, but now we get to move up our schedule and we'll definitely hit the other ones. So next, we're actually going to end up going to the End Games in Charlottesville, Virginia. So we have made it to the End Games. I'm really excited about this one. I saw a picture and it seemed like it's got a really nice open floor plan with a lot of different games, types, something for everyone. I don't know. We'll see. Will say I was not disappointed. Their store was really laid out. You had like a most popular section, a 2-player, a Euro style, a family section, so it was really nice to walk in and you can find exactly what you're looking for. They also had a certified pre-owned section, which I'm definitely a big fan of. We got 2 pre-owned ones. We got Bloodsuckers, which I'm excited. It is got some really cool mechanics where you can play as either the vampire hunters or as the vampires, which is a fun little twist. And then we also got Grim Forest. You're gonna help build your fairy tale characters. It's nice. And then we also got a non-certified pre-owned one, which is Cosmic Balance. So you have scales and they're gonna tip based on the cards you play to summon either angels or demons. So lots of nice things there, well laid out, had things other than board games with Warhammer and D&D, Pathfinder, all of those good things, Magic the Gathering cards. So, good place. We are next going to go to, I have no idea, I must consult, the Battlegrounds. It's going to take us about an hour to get there. Excited to see what else this trip has in store for us. Battlegrounds in Midlothian, Virginia. I'm super excited. We've had two really top tier game stores so far. I'm hoping to continue the trend here at Battlegrounds. Okay, we just came back from Battlegrounds. It was a great store. As the name kind of suggests, it's mainly geared towards battleground games. So had a lot of Warhammer games and stuff for Warhammer. I don't know much about it. It did have some RPG section, and it had a board game section. It was quite small. Unfortunately, we were able to find the game that we were interested in, which is Mafizu. Your kingpin has died, and you are going to try to take over your mafia, and it's, competitive. It'll be interesting. I'm excited to open it up and at least see more about it. Okay, we are now headed into the heart of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia, and are gonna go to One-Eyed Jacks. I love the name. It sounds super cool. It seems like they are definitely geared towards a little bit of everything. So it'll be interesting to see what their board game selection is like. We've made it to Richmond, Virginia. Our first stop here is One-Eyed Jacks. Super excited to see what's in there. It seems like they might have a little bit more than just games. Well, I'll tell you in a bit. So One-Eyed Jacks was not open. Super sad. They have an online shop and were doing curbside pickup, but due to coronavirus, they were not allowing people in the store. Looking through the window, it looked pretty nice. I saw a couple games that I knew, a couple that I was less familiar with, and a couple other things that it would have been great to experience, but I'll have to come back another time. Next, we're going to Total Access Gaming, or TAG. We are here, got a little lost. Google said it was on the other side of the road, which is just some trees. But we found it. We're excited to head in and see what they have to offer. Total Access Gaming was actually quite good. It was a smaller store, only had, 2-3 shelves of games, but of the games they had, there were a lot that I hadn't yet seen. So that was really exciting. We picked up 2 games there. We picked up Night blah. I will say it right eventually. Nyctophobia. Which was a really cool one, I thought, because when you play it, you play with blackout glasses, and so you have to rely entirely on touch. We also got Mountain of Madness, which you're exploring in Antarctica. So exciting with both of these games, and very happy with TAG. Next, we're moving to Sage Mantis. We've now entered Fredericksburg, Virginia, and we are going to hit our first of 3, right in a row. First is Sage Mantis Game Haven. Super excited. It looks super chill. So we hit Sage Mantis, and it was a really cool store. had some retro video game arcades type that you could play, a whole bunch of different video games. There were unfortunately no board games, but they did do some cards. So they had Magic, the Gathering, and some Pokemon cards. And then they had used video games like console games. So we're off to our next place in Fredericksburg, which is your hobby place. We are on our way to the next one in order to make our time deadlines, but we were just at your hobby place. And it was actually really great. It had a nice big section to play the games, open tables in the back, had a good selection of games. Some of them were not marked in price, which was a little unfortunate if you're just going in there to buy a game, but the staff seemed really nice and more than welcome to help you if you had questions about them. If you had questions about the games. And then they had a large selection of Warhammer stuff and other type of world building stuff in there also. We did end up picking up a game. We got Cobble and Bog, which sounds super cool. You're playing as the notorious bad guys, per se. Excited to try it out. Next up is Garrison.
Fredericksburg, which was Garrison. It did mainly gear itself towards Warhammer. It had an entire side room that had plays through for Warhammer and other type of Warhammer style games, and had a lot of figurines and things like that lived in there. So they weren't tables so much as they were boxes that you built your world in. They did have a small board game section. I would say that the most exciting thing about their board game section was that all games, if you bought 2 or more, were 20% off. So we bought 2 games. We got this one, which is Rise of Moloch. It is a 1 versus mini style game set in Victorian England where there is magic. So super exciting for that one. And then the other one we got finally is Scythe. You want to hear more about Scythe? Look for our unboxing video and our playthrough. We're super excited for Scythe.
So we just left Guild Gaming. We did not tell you we were coming here because this is the one that we were concerned about making. And we had saved some time up and then we had an accident / just traffic on 95 and made it here with 10 minutes to spare. Trust me, they were probably not very happy with us coming in 10 minutes until closing time. But we made it. It was a nice stop. Mainly seemed to be geared towards Magic the Gathering, but they did have a nice little small section of board games. We picked up Mysterium, which is a cooperative game, but where one player is a ghost and cannot speak, and everyone else is trying to decode his messages. So, watch for how to play this game. Next, we're going to Springfield, Virginia, and we're going to hit up Curio Caverns. The name sounds really cool, and I'm excited to see what they have to offer. Curio Caverns was a very small shop, mainly seemed to be magic-based, but they did have a nice selection of tabletop games, and a large part of the store was dedicated to tables in order to play whatever you were wanting to play that day. We picked up Talismans, Legendary Tales. This is a co-op game. There's 5 different variations of it in here, 5 different storylines in here. We're excited to open it up and see what it's about. We are headed off to Fairfax, Virginia, in our last stop of the night, which is going to be Games and Comics Paradise. This is the conclusion of our tour. It was supposed to be 12 stores in one day. We had a problem with the second store due to coronavirus, and again with our last shop, they are closed early due to coronavirus. But we will see you back in the studio for a haul over video.
It was a great tour of the Southeast. We were able to stop at so many different board game stores. I'm definitely happy to be home, though, where I finally get to open up all of my games and start playing them. It was also great to see so many board game stores that were able to be open and had an active community coming through them, playing games there. And they were able to do so safely by wearing masks, having hand sanitizer that was provided. It was definitely very wonderful and heartwarming to see. If you are interested in any of these games, please let us know in the comments which ones so we can prioritize those ones.